There we go. All right. Oh, so far away. All right. So, hello. What are we doing? We are looking at the abacus. This is an abacus. An abacus is a counting tool. There we go. This is a 7-column abacus. It is available in my TikTok shop for those of you that are interested. So, I'm sorry. Hello, hello, hello. Oh my gosh. Got it. Go. Okay. So, what we're doing is, come on. Oh, sorry for the updates. Okay, we're doing the 3-digit one. So if anybody's interested, I do have this one available. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Please keep your mind open for something different. We're going to be doing something different. This is a counting tool. A counting tool does what? All it does is help you visualize your numbers. That's all this abacus does. It just helps you visualize your numbers. So what we're going to do is we're going to count on the abacus. I zeroed out my abacus. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anytime the beads are touching this horizontal bar, that's what's considered counted. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. So notice we have 9 on the abacus. Well, then what's 10? 10 is a 1 and a 0. Why? Because every column is a placeholder, place value. So we have our ones, our tens, our hundreds, our thousands, and our 10,000s. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to understand, that's all it is just to visualize your numbers. And so when we look at this, this is actually 1 and a 0. 1 and a 0. We can do 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then 20. That is 20. That's a 2 and a 0. This is not 10. This is actually 55. And so then if we did 100, I'm sorry, this is 1, this is 10, this is 100, this is 1,000, this is 10,000. So when we're looking, we have our tens over here, 10,000s over here. So our thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. And then here is our decimal, and then we have our tenths and our hundreds. There we go. So, welcome everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Hello, board. Hello, board. I watched it. It was really good. I wanted to let you know. Because I wrote it down the second time and I watched it. And it was really good. Thank you so much for liking the live. It was really good. It was really good. Yay. Yeah. Finally, yeah. Yeah, it was really good. It was kind of crazy, like how it all would kind of be. So, thank you for checking in. Haha, thank you. So, hi, good evening, can of crickets. Good evening. How are we doing today? How are we doing? Guess what we're doing? Guess what we're doing today?
Jay, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
All right. So, what are we doing? We're doing this one, and we're doing this one. Hello, everybody. Hello. Good evening. We're going to work on this. What number do we have? Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you, everybody, for joining. So we have our number. We have our hundreds over here, our tens, and our ones. When we're looking, I'm going to try that. We have our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. What number do we think that is? So we have the top bead is a value of 5. The bottom bead is a value of 4. 1, 1, 1, 1, right? These are all value of 4. I just got mail from University of Washington. That's great. Is that in state? I would recommend go in state so you can save money. You don't need to go out of state. You know what I mean? So what are we doing? We have 9, 5 plus 4 is 9. We have 8, 5 plus 3 is 8, and then we have 0. So this is 980. 908 and a 0. So when we're looking, we have our number 980. Really? Not in state? I don't plan to go out of state unless I get a scholarship. Yeah, totally, right? And I would be like a full ride scholarship. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't even try to... Obito? What does Obito want? Hello, Obito. Hello, Obito. I haven't seen your live in a while. I know. I saw. It's been a little bit. Guess what we're doing today?
Gee, Ray, what do you want to do tonight?
Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Why did you say, what does Obito want? Because I saw you in my request for, what do you call it? Request for multi-guest. And I was like, huh. I don't know if you saw that. Did you know that? Yeah, you asked for to be a multi-guest. And I was like, huh, I wonder who that is. Anyways, I just got a notification that you were on and I'm back. Okay, go do your homework. I'll see you later. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, board. I'll see you in a little bit. I'm going to come back on again at 9, my time, our time. Yep. Yeah, this is the second one of 3. Haha, bye, board. So, did you see Obito? Or am I leaving right now? No, I just got on. Whoa. But did you not see that you requested a multi-guest? And I was like, huh. Interesting. All right. We're going to go. No, I didn't even know I did. Yeah, I just, that's why I was like, huh. All right. Okay, so we're going to continue on. So this is 980, and then we're going to do our next number. Our next number is, we have our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. We have our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. What number do we think? See, that's why I was like saying, huh, I wonder what Obito wanted. So we have our hundreds. Can't see that. We have our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. I don't know if this is tracking. So, thank you. Thank you, Desele. Yes, thank you. It is 407. Well done, because we have the 4 bottom beads. The 4 bottom beads all have a value of 1. 1, 1, 1, 1. So this is all 4, right? There's 4 ones, and then this is 7. How do I know it's 7? Because we have the top bead is a value of 5, and the 2 bottom beads is a value of 2. So we have 7. Hello, Casey. Yes, it is Abacus time.
Gee, Ray, what do you want to do tonight?
Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Yes! I wish I had this growing up in math. This means I know, right? It's crazy. I wish too. I actually never had this when I was a kid. I learned this when I was older, and it was just really interesting. But you know, even though we're old, we can still learn. And that was the other thing is there's a few people that are on the older side, like older. There's this one person that has a mom that's going through dementia, and she's, you know, trying to activate her brain with the abacus, because what you're doing is abacus is like brain gymnastics. And so if you learn something new, you kind of, you know, get that thing going. What is it? Oh, here we go. Almost. Actually, this was a typo. Yeah, it's not touching this. It's actually this. So it's actually 407. Yeah, that's what that number is. Yeah, and it was just really interesting. And I know a few other people, they noticed that because they started doing abacus, they're starting to think a little bit quicker. Like they're starting to grab their words a little bit better. So our next number is our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. Thank you, Casey, for the comment. Thank you. So we're going to keep going. Whoa. Stop. Okay, try that again. There we go. Try that again. All right. So, hello, Star Child. Yes, thank you. It is 655. Well done. Thank you. I hope you have a good day. Okay, see you later, Abito. See you later. Have a good day. Have a good night.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Oh, so it's 9 o'clock. Okay, I'm going to try to get on about 6 o'clock your time. Maybe that will be better. So it'll be 6 o'clock, so it'll be 3 o'clock, and then 9 o'clock or 6 o'clock. I guess that would be it, right? Why do I think it's hard when I learned it's really easy? I know, right, Rosia? Rosie? Is it Rosie? I think that's a Z. Yeah, it's really easy. I'm telling you. And you know, like, yeah. If you just kind of sat down a little bit and just kind of looked at it, I was like, huh, who would have thunk it? Right, so we're going to do this, right? So it's 6. 5 plus 1 is 6, 5 and 5. So together it is 655. Thank you, Star Child. Thank you, Star Child. It is 655. And then we have our next number. our next number is, we have our ones. No. We have our hundreds, but it's only one, right? We have our tens. There's only four. And then we have our ones. But this is 4, but notice there's a top bead. That top bead is a value of 5. Because the top bead is a value of 5, thank you for the follow, Rosie. Because the top bead is a value of 5, this is considered together. I don't know. I'm losing my words sometimes. So it's 149. Because the top bead is touching the horizontal bar, then it's counted. If it's not touching, then it'll be 144. Thank you, Casey. Thank you, Starchild. Does that make sense? So we have 149. There we go. And 149. And we're going to go over here. There we go. So what number do we think this is? We have our hundreds, we have our tens, and we have our ones. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Please keep your mind open for something different.
Now, open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
Yes, thank you, Starchild. It is 408. Well done. For those of you that are interested in becoming part of my community, there is an orange heart meter like right around up here. If you want to join my community, it's right up here. And then also, if you want to show TikTok that you're a real person, you can show them that's how you do it. And then you start leveling up, which is really cool. Okay, so we're going to keep going to 408. 408 looks like that. And then we're going to go to our next number. Hello, Lamb of Lions. Interesting. That's an interesting name. So we have our next number. We have our hundreds, we have our tens, and we have our ones. So when we're looking, we have our hundreds, we have our tens, and we have our ones. Do I teach algebra? No. But you know what? Pure vanilla, if you need somebody to teach algebra, I have somebody. So if you want to DM me, I will send you over to Audrey. Audrey does algebra. Thank you, Casey. Yes, it is 137. That's what it is. 100. So this is 1, this is 3, 1, 1, 1, and then this is 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. Yep. So, yep, pure vanilla. If you want somebody, I got somebody. I got somebody. You just need to DM me. Oh my God. It's eating me alive right now. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got somebody. Yeah. DM me and I'll send it over. I'll send you over to her. Yeah, she's really great. She's really good. She's been teaching, I think, 20 years. And she also does private tutoring as well. So we have our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. That's what we're doing. So we have our hundreds. We have the top bead as a value of 5. We have the 2 bottom beads. We have the top bead as a value of 5. And then 3 bottom beads. And then only the 3 bottom beads because the top bead is not touching. Does the abacus have division? Yes, it does, Rosie. Yes, it does. We can actually do adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing on the abacus. Yes, we can. So what is our final number? We have our
Bueller. 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 Bueller.
Thank you, Cam. You're absolutely right. It is 783. That's fantastic because we have the top bead as a value of 5, the 2 bottom beads, that makes 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. We have the top bead as a value of 5. We have the 3 over here, so 5 plus 3 is 8. And then we have 3. 1, 2, 3. So there's 3 of these beads, right? That's what that is. Great. So we have our next number. What number do we think that is? We have our hundreds, we have our tens, and we have our ones. What number do we think that is? That's so interesting. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Starchild. Thank you. Yes, it is 146. Well done. Thank you, Notorious. BGP. That's kind of funny. I can't think of it. 146. Well done. So again, we're looking at the beads that are touching this horizontal bar. These are being counted because these are touching the horizontal bar. There's 1 over here, there's 4 over here, and then this is 6. The top is a value of 5 and the bottom is a value of 1. Together, they make 6. So we have 146. And then we have our next number. That's 146. And we have our next number. We have our next number. We have our hundreds. We have our hundreds. We have our tens. And we have our ones. What number do we think that is? Thank you so much, everybody, for liking the live. We have our hundreds. Notice that there's, thank you, Star Child. Yes, that was quick. We have 399. So what we're trying to do is we're going to get comfortable with understanding how to read the abacus. And we're getting comfortable how to read the abacus. So this is 399. Well done. 399 looks like that. And we take up to the here. There we go. Hello. And I guess we could do our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. What number do we think that is? I need to... Oh, excuse me. All right, got it. It is 147. Thank you, Cam. Thank you, Star Child. Well done. Thank you for the follow, Gemini Cloud. Ah, that's a good name. Gemini Cloud. Thank you so much. Hello. What if I was a bear? Ha, that's funny. All right, 147. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And then we have our next number. We have our hundreds, we have our tens, and we have our ones. What number do we think that is? So, oh, can't see that. Sorry. There we go. What number do we think that is? Thank you so much. Yes, thank you to Sally. Yes, it is 842. Is the dot already there, or did you have to put it there? The dot is already there for me, which is kind of like, thank you. It is not 192, because 100 would look like this. Rain could be a but. 9 would be this. Plus the 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. And then we have 2. But that's completely wrong. It is actually 800. Thank you, Star Child. 842. Because the top beat is not touching the horizontal bar. So they're not being counted. This is counted, right? This is counted. So we have 3. 3 plus 5 is 8. This is 4. And then this is 2. So that's 842. And then our final answer. There we go. Whew. What is our final answer? Yes. So does that make sense, Lens? So, I didn't have to put it there. It's up to you if you want to change it. So I did modify it. I actually modified this one. I put in some putty so it is covers, and then I put in my own dots. You could do that. But the dots are already there. These are already predestined dots. And the reason why the dots is for a label. Is it? Yes, thank you. Thank you, Star Child. It is 27. And so when you're looking, there's actually a ones here and a dot here. There's 2 dots. So when you're looking, this is the ones and then this is the thousands. So we use it for readability. We have this number. We can line that up to this. So if we did 3,456, that's what that would look like, right? And so we can here is we have our, do I have a, yes, I do. I am on YouTube, and I try to put it on, I try to put as much as I can on that one. Yep, this one. Hello, Sour. Yep, that's my number. That's my channel. So we can take it one step further. We could do 73,000. There we go. 73,456.25. Yep. And then notice that the comma's over here, just like the dot, yeah, not a problem. Thank you so much. I was trying to be everywhere all at, what is that one movie? Everywhere all at once to be, I don't know. Guys, it's easy. It's like a decimal place value. No, this is not a decimal. This is a dot. That's the label. It's only a label. The label, it's the ones, and this is the tens. And so when we're looking, we can have this number over here. I'm looking. Oh, here it is. So when we're looking, we have this number. Here we go. Here. That's what it is. Everything, everywhere, all at once. Thank you for Sun. Thank you.
55 burgers, 55 fries, 55 tacos, 55 pies, 55 cokes, 55 wings, 55 shakes, 55 pancakes, 55 pasta, 55 peppers, and 155 taters.
My brain feels so good watching these. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Sour. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. And I do enjoy like being able to have a conversation about all these things too. I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. So we have 55,000, we have five 10,000s, we have 1,000, we have 5,000, we have hundreds, so it's 500, 50, that's 5 tens, and then ones, 5 ones. And then point happens after the ones and the tenths. It's right between, it's right between the ones and the tenths. So this is 5 and this is 5. So that's how you get 55,555.55. Thank you for the follow, Johnny. Thank you so much for the follow. You can do a whole row of 6, you can do a whole row of 8s, or you can do a whole row of 9. Yes, so we have 99,999.99. So I'm trying to reduce the brain rotting. That's what I'm trying to do. We're trying to do active thinking. Active thinking. So if you have any questions about the abacus, let me know, because I take out some pieces for you to figure out, why is she doing that? What's the point? Why are we doing this? Why? So you might be wondering, like, it's very similar to tally marks. So if I have 1 on the tally marks, I can do 2 on the tally marks, then 2 on the beads, 3 on the tally marks, and then 4. We have the slash. The slash is a 5, right? And then we have slash plus 1. We have 7. That's 5 plus 2 is equals to 7. And then we have 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. And then we can do 9. 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. Thank you, Lens. Ha 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 ha. Thank you. I've been doing abacus for 20 years. I'm very happy that I can explain it. That would really suck, right? If I did this for 20 years and people still get confused. That would really suck. Anyways, sorry. So guess what? Because I have 2 dots right here, right? Because I have 2 dots right here, I can actually choose one to be my ones place, or I could choose this one to be my ones place. Guess what? If I choose this one to be my ones place, I can have a really, really small number. I could do 0.00001. So now I have a really, really small number. Why? Because I labeled this one as my ones place, like a Pokemon. You got to choose one.
Pokemon, I choose you!
So we're going to continue using this one to be the ones place, and guess what? We can relate it to Roman numerals. So Roman numerals is 1, and then 2, and then 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 is the top bead. 5 is the V. 5 plus 1, right? 5 plus 1 is 6. 5 plus 1 is 6. 5 plus 2 is 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. And then we have 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. And then we have 9. Well, 9 is just minus the 10. But this is 9. Because it's 4 plus 5 is equal to 9. And then what is 10? Well, 10 is a 1 and a 0. Just like how we write it. 1 and a 0. What you gonna do? 1 and a 0. All right. So, but notice that if I use this one to be my ones place, I have no more room to be the hundreds. So that's why I choose this one to be my ones place.
Okay, Charizard, I choose you!
And so we would be here, right? Because then I have ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and 10,000s, which would only leave these ones to be my decimals. Okay, so for those of you that are interested, I do have this book available in my TikTok shop. It is a 3-digit number maze, and what we're doing is we're learning how to read the hundreds, the tens, and the ones. I do explain how to read the abacus. We talk about the single digit. We talk about 1 digit. We go 0 to 9, and then we do 2 digit. After 2 digits, just to do a reminder, this is what 2 digit looks like. There we go, 2 digits. So if I did 36, your 2 digits is a 3 and the 6. So on the abacus, it would be 3 and the 6. That's what 36 would look like. And then we talk about the 4 digit, and here we talk about 236. And so when we're going to line it up, we do 236. Oh, I can't see that. There we go, 236. There we go. Okay, good. So then what happens is then you have a maze. And then you can start going through all the mazes to figure out what the path is. This is all done, right? But the idea is you are supposed to color it in and you are supposed to find the path. But guess what? Sometimes you can see the answers. So I give you this thing called a mask maze. The mask maze is to help to cover it, but I noticed that the paper's a little thin. So I give you the option of to print it out. So there is a downloadable printable mask. You can download it and you can use that to help you stop yourself from cheating. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, you know how our eyes can see everything because we have peripheral vision. So it's a lot easier to see the numbers around. So that's why you use a mask maze to cover it up so you don't see the answers. All right. So then I do give you another version, which is called a reverse maze. I called it a reverse maze because I give you the path, right? And I give you the number, and then it is up to you to color in the numbers. So this one is supposed to be 313. You're supposed to color in 313 on the abacus. And it's the same thing. If it's supposed to be 269, you're supposed to color in 269 on the abacus. That's what I did there. Yep. And then there's answers in the back of the book. Yes, yes, yes. And then if you're wondering, well, this is a little easy. 3 digits is a little easy. Well, I do have a 4-digit one. 4-digit means it is thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. So this might be good for maybe a 3rd grader, maybe a 2nd grader or a 3rd grader, because they're starting to do they're starting to learn their numbers from the thousands. And so this is what it looks like when it's not being made. If I had this number right here, what number do you think that is? Let me see. What number do you think that is? Let's see. Can we do that? Yeah, let me do that. So if I have my thousands, my hundreds, my tens, and my ones, what number do you think that is? I don't know if you can see that. There we go. There we go. Hello. Hello. Thank you, everybody. Please keep your mind open for something different.
Now, open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
Taco Man! Yes, thank you. It is 5,260. Well done, Taco Man. Well done. That's a really good username. I like that username. So that's what it is. It is 5,260. And so then it would take us to this number over here. What number do you think that is? We're going to do this for a little bit. What we're doing is we're trying to figure out, we're trying to read the abacus. Hello, TikTok T. Hello. Guess what we're doing today? Do you have any bubble gum?
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Yes, exactly. It is 8,397. In fact, I do. That is interesting. That's very interesting. So are we ready to take over the world?
Gee, babe, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
That's interesting. Huh. Oh, I don't think it worked anymore. That's interesting. Okay, so yes, it is. What number do we have? There's 8,397. Well done, TikTok T. So we have 8. So this is the top 8 is a value of 5 plus the 3, right? 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. This is 3. Notice the top beat is not touching the horizontal bar, so this is considered 3. We have 9. The top beat is touching, so this is 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. And then we have 7. 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. So we have 8,397. Well done. Well done. And then we're going to go down here. What number do we think that is? Okay. So we have our thousands, our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. What number do we think that is? It looks complex now. It's not complex because you got it. You got it. You got it. Just pay attention to each number. That's all. So if we're looking, it's only the thousands, the hundreds, the tens, and the ones. Thank you. See? Easy. 1,774. Easy. Easy. Not difficult. Not difficult. So we have 1,774. And then we have our next number. It takes me longer because I have to really think. Good, good. It just takes a little bit. It's only because why? Is it because you're trying to see the thing as a whole, or you look at individual columns? So that's the one thing, is to try to train your brain to see the individual columns. Like I just see the individual columns and I'll just say it. So I have the ones over here, right? The thousands, the hundreds, the tens, and the ones. What number do we think that is? That's really interesting, TikTok T. That's really interesting. Because it's nice to get that feedback. That's very interesting. Thank you, everybody, so much for liking the live. How are we doing?
Bueller. 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 Bueller.
What number do we think this is? We have our thousands. The top beat is not touching. Thank you, Vaughn. It is. It is 1,492. Well done. Well done. Easy, right? So it is 1,492. And then we're going to get to the next one. Our next one is, we have thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. What number? Yes, well done, well done, well done. What is our next number? Hello, Siberio. Hello, how's it going? Thank you, TikTok T. It is 7,488. Well done. 7,000, the top bead is a value of 5. The two bottom beads, right, is a value of 1. So this is 7. And then we have 4, 1, 1, 1, 1. These are all ones, but they're together. There's 4 of them. There's 3 here, but then there's the top bead. So this is 8. Just as TikTok T mentioned, this is 80, right? And then this is 80. So we have 8 and then 8. So 7,488. And then we're there. Okay, so what's our next number? We have our hundreds. Nope, we have our thousands. We have our hundreds. We have our tens. And then we have our ones. What number do we think this is? Thank you, Saberio. It is 1715. 1,715. Well done. Because again, we have the 1. Hello, Ebony. Hello, Ebony. So then we have 5 plus 2 is 7. We have 1, and then we have 5. So we have 1, 7, 1, 5. Well done. Ha ha ha. Hello. So does that make sense? 1,000. Okay. So 1,715. And we have our final number. Please get some. I'm worried. Thank you so much, Ebony. You work so hard. You're an inspiration. Oh, thank you so much. I try. I'm trying to get this up the ground. You know what I mean? I do plan to try to get this into the school system, but I have to figure that path. I might need to get some help to figure out how to get there. So we have our thousands, we have our hundreds, we have our tens, and we have our ones. What number do we think that is? Thank you, Siberio. Yes, 9,391. Well done. Well done. So the top bead is a value of 5. The bottom bead is a value of 4. Thank you, TikTok T. Thank you, Ebony. Thank you. So we have the 3, 1, 1, 1 touching this horizontal bar, and then we have the 9. So we have the top bead is a value of 5. The 4 bottom beads, 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. And then we have 1. Well done. All right. So, since it's only 15 of us, and it sounds like that we already kind of know how to read the abacus, what would you guys like to do next? It's a small group today. I think that's why I don't come on so early, because it's always a small group. Adding, please? Okay, let's do it. So this is really cool with the adding, and I kind of like it. When we're adding, right, what we're doing is we're learning how to read the beads. You already know how to do simple. Can you show division? Okay. Okay. How about this? I'll do the adding. If I can get to 10,000, we'll go to division. How about that? Can that happen? So Ebony, do you know how to simple add? So when we're simply adding, you know this, right? Were you here for that? We have 6 on the abacus. I want to add the 2. Okay, so then we add the 2, right? That's easy. Okay, so we're done with that. So then we're going to go to the next one. Do you know how to add a 5? Do you remember how did you get to the point where you're adding the 5? No. Okay. So, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Now, this is the book. If you're looking for an adult book, I do have an adult book. Let me pin that. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some understanding how to do this. Thank you. So 4 plus 4, it's super easy. I know it's super easy. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to understand how to maneuver. Now in the abacus world, and I'm going to do it this way. Because I've been doing it with the coins, but I think the coins are going to be a little bit obsolete because we're not going to have any pennies pretty soon. So here in the abacus world, in abacus world, we don't count up. In mainstream, you count up. So if I have 4 and I want to add the 4, what do they do? Okay, count it. 5, 6, 7, 8. This is what they do in mainstream math. But guess what? In abacus world, we don't. Abacus world, we use a concept. This concept is 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. We know how to do this. We've been teaching the kids how to do this, right? And so what we're doing is we're doing 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. We want to find the 1. So what is the 1? This 1 right here, this 4, needs to round up to 5. We're not going to break the top. We're going to break the top bead to make the bottom bead. Does that make sense? So the 4 plus 1, where are we going to get the 1 from? The 1 comes from the previous number, like that. 1, so you got to give away the top bead. Give away the top bead and add it to the bottom bead. This has now made a 5. So my final answer is, and what we did is we did a little bit of regrouping. We had to take away in order to add. So we had to take away the 1 in order to add. And now we regrouped. This is 5, and then this is 3. So 5 plus 3 is equal to 9. 5 plus 3 is equal to 9. We could do it again. So now what we're going to do is we're going to solidify this concept. 3 plus 4. Again, associative property in addition. Is it associative property? I don't know. I've been trying to figure it out. I don't know if that's what it is. Thank you, Siberio. Right? Like, I don't know. I wasn't sure. So we could do it again. We have 3 on the abacus. We want to add 4. To add the 4, notice there's no more room on the abacus to add the 4. What do? We got to round up. We've got to round up to 5. But we have no more here. Hello, Burly boy. We have no more 4. We have no 1 here. We got to take the 1 away from the 3. To what happens? To make a 5. I finally made the 5. So my final answer is 7. 5 plus 2. Yeah, associative property is the ability to rearrange without changing the value. Thank you, Siberio. Thank you so much. That's what I was thinking, but I wasn't sure. Okay, good. Thank you. You're putting more ammo. You're giving me more ammo. Because that's the point. The idea is to try to relate Abacus to mainstream math. That's what I'm trying to do. Thank you, Saberio. So, we do it again. Right? So it gets to a point with what? It gets to the point where where it becomes more automatic. We want to get it automatic, right? And so we want to do 2 on the abacus. We do 2 on the abacus. We have 2 on the abacus. I want to add 4. There's no more room to add the 4. But guess what? I got to round this up to 5. So if I round this up to 5, what happens? I got to take away the 1. I got to give it away. So then I add it to my 4, and I have created a 5. So 5 plus 1 is equal to 6. 5 plus 1 is equal to 6. So one might say that you're dealing with a loaded abacus. You're absolutely right, Burley. You're absolutely right. A loaded abacus. We're almost there. We're almost at the 10,000 mark, and then we're going to go into division. But does that make sense, Ebony? So when, you know what, we could do it again. These are all the concepts. We do 1 plus 4, 3 plus 2, 2 plus 3. Let's do the 3, right? It's the same thing. Now what we're doing is we're compounding our information. We have 4 on the abacus. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to add the 3. I add the 3. There we go. I add the 3. Guess what? There's not enough room to add the 3. Because there's no more room to add the 3, what do? We need to make a 2. 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. We got to get the 2 from somewhere. The 2 has to come from the previous number. Like that. So what do? We take away from the 4 and add it to the 3. And now it's become 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. Have a license to carry a concealed abacus. That's funny. Nope. I wanted this one. Here it is.
If you're going hard enough left, you'll find yourself turning right.
Oh, right. That makes perfect sense. Turn right to go left.
Right? So what did? We had to subtract in order to add. That's what we had to do. We had to subtract in order to add. And the difference is what? Mainstream looks at the top number or looks at the final answer. But in Abacus, we always look at the second number. And that's what's going to tell you. Right? That's what's going to tell you what to do. Because it's like a running total. The second number is what we need to know. Man, have you been illegally adding and subtracting and multiplying? And dividing. So when we're looking at it, right? And that's what we're going to do because we're reached to 10,000. We'll do a couple of division questions. Does that make sense? Thank you, Ebony. So just so you know, right? I just want to make sure you understand that. Cool? Division, you're looking at hard time. All right, hold on. Let's try these ones. Okay, sorry. I had to go get my books. Okay, cool. Okay, good, Ebony. Yes, I want to make sure you can keep up. Because, it's tough when you're confused and there's new questions come around and it's just like, no. So that's why I want to make sure that you understood. But we're going to get to a point of division. And I need to find paper. All right, got it. Okay, here we go. 24. Not fractions? No, we don't do fractions. How do you get the pack of ramen joint? What did I do wrong? Okay. 24. Which one? Is it wrong? Which one? Did I write it wrong? Four, 9, 7. Which one? The right side. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one? Why are you mad? 22. Okay, right. So 9, 2, 8, 8. Take away 5. Take away 7. Okay. So we have 9, 2, 8, 8. Take away 50. Take away 7. Take away 5. Take away 7. Look at the back. Is it 2? Did I write it wrong? Oh, I wrote it wrong. Oh, I wrote that wrong. So that was wrong because it's supposed to be 9, 2, 8, 8. That's wrong. Oops. So the 22 is wrong. It's supposed to be, yeah. Yeah, okay, so the back of the book. Yep, the back of the book is wrong. I will have to get that corrected. Thank you. But yeah, did you get that answer? Okay, good. I thought I was doing something right. No, I make mistakes too, you know. You know how difficult it is? All right, I make mistakes too. I appreciate that you get to check it though. Divided by, good. Oh yes, it's okay. You guys, keeping up with you guys and doing all this division, you know how difficult it is. All right, here we go. All right. Yes, you're paying attention, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the help of making sure that my answers are correct as well. And I do enjoy, and I do value everybody's comments and questions when it pertains to something, pertainable. You know what I mean? Like, not like the trolls. So it does really help, and I do like to make my product better. So I will make that adjustment. So thank you so much, LD. Thank you so much for the rose. So yeah, no, don't feel scared to tell me that I'm wrong, because I just want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. All right, so we're gonna do 1, 4, 4. This is easy. I know you can do it in your head, but in Abacus World, we're gonna do it this way. So the first thing we're doing in Abacus World is we need to figure out where our starting point is. So we're doing some division because we're at 10K. What's going to happen is we have to find our starting point, because it's going to tell us where to put our dividend. It will tell us where to put our quotient. So we have 3 here. 1, 2, 3. 3 digits take away 1 digit. Where did the 1 come from? The 1 comes from here. So what we're doing is we're trying to figure out our place values depending on the amount of digits we have. So this is actually 2. Our quotient. Hello, Michael, just in time. So our quotient is going to be in the tens column over here. Because the quotient is going to be here, what we're going to do is we're going to put our dividend on the abacus. So our dividend is 1, 4, 4. 1, 4, 4. Easy? I'm just setting it up right now. I just got to set it all up, because if I don't set it up, then everybody gets confused. So we are done with this. That's what this is, right? I need to change some markers. Hold, please. So now, hello, thank you, Noah, for the follow. Here are my markers. What are we going to do? what we do in Abacus World is we do the multiplication, and what we do is we do find the missing factor. But we don't take it as a whole. We take it one number at a time. Why? Because Abacus World makes it into manageable chunks. We do not say, how many times does it go into 414 and blah, 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 blah. No. What we're going to do is we're going to do 6 times what is equal to 1. Where did the 1 come from? The 1 came from here. The 6 comes from here. But there is no there's no multiplication fact that does this. So this is why you got to make it a double digit. We got to make it a 2-digit number. So what number do we have to bring down? We have to use the 4. So my question is, what times 6 is equal to 14 or less? I'm going to start covering it up because I don't want you to keep looking at that. We're going to use our, thank you, Ebony. We're going to use our dividend on the abacus. So we have 6 times 2 is equal to 12. 2 is my divisor. No, 2 is my quotient. I put 2 on the abacus. There's my quotient. I take away 1 and I take away 2. I take away 1 and I take away 2. What did I do? What I do is I have my number. I took away 12 here. I take away 1, take away 2. I take away 1 because I had 14. I had 1 because we're not looking at that. We're doing this. We're doing 1 and then 4. So we have 1 and then take away 2. Does that make sense? So our final answer, our answer is 2. Hello? I don't even know what that means. Honey. Am I too loud? Because I get really excited. Are we okay with that? Oh, they're a troll? Okay, thank you. Oh, okay, good. So, because I get really excited, I know I talk loud too. I know I gotta talk loud and I get really passionate. So, we are here at 2. We're going to do another one, right? We still have more dividends. Guess what? We're going to 6. Where does the 6 come from? The 6 comes from our divisor. The 6 comes from our divisor. I'm going to cover it again. We have our question. 6 times what is equal to 2? That's not going to work. Why? Because there's no multiplication fact that goes into 2. So we have to make it a double digit. What is our double digit? Thank you, Ebony. Thank you, Wheels. Thank you, Ebony. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate the comments. Right? What number do we do? Thank you. It is 24. So now we can do 24. That's what we do in multiplication. That's how we do division on the abacus. So we have what times 6 is equal to 24 or less? 4. Thank you, Ebony. Right? Is 24. So this is my quotient. I put 4 in my quotient. I take away 2 and I take away 4. So what's my final answer? That makes sense? See, LD? It's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. I'm going to get my book and you guys are all doing it. Thank you. It is 24. So it's 24. So when we're looking, right? 24. Bam. Do you need paper to do division on the abacus or am I slow? No, you don't need paper to do division. It is up to you if you want to use it's up to you if you want to use paper. You don't have to. I don't, but I do it to show you. You know what I mean? Because it's one thing to say what times 14? It's another thing to do it. It's up to you if you want to use paper. It is up to you. Easy? Okay, I need practice. Yeah. But see, the thing is you want to make sure you want to find the missing factor. So in Abacus World, we talk about the missing factors of multiplication. So you're going to really, really know your multiplication really, really well. It will take a minutia to memorize this. Yes, exactly. Is this in your, no. And one that doesn't books, I say wheels. No, I am yet to make a. I have yet to make the division book because I've been scared. Because I wanted to make a better way to explain it, and I think this is the way to explain it. I think I figured out how to explain it enough that it doesn't get confusing on a piece of paper. Because when I did it with the abacus, the way I did it with the abacus way, it got really confusing really quick. And so I'm taking some time to make sure that when I talk about it, it makes sense. So I think, and I was doing some research on how other people talk about it, and I think I'm on the right track to make it make sense. So this was hella easy to follow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Wheels. It took a little bit to get to this. What if it was 143? Well, then what happens is there's going to be a remainder. We do the same thing, right? We do exactly the same thing. We go all the way and we try to understand. So we do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 1, right? 3 divided 3 take away 1 is equal to 2. Where did I get this from? Where did I get this from? I got it from here. This is my dividend. This is my divisor, right? Divisor divided by divisor take away by dividend numbers, digits is equal to 2. So I put the 2 here. Here's my quotient. Next to the quotient will be my dividends. 1, 4, 3. 1, 4, 3. And then we do it again, right? We do it again. So let's do it again. So it'd be 6 times what is equal to 1. That doesn't work. I got to make it a double digit. So it's got to be 14, right? So if it's going to be 14, it's 6 times 2 is equal to 12. So put the 2, take away 2. Okay, so we're down to 23. So, right? 6 times what is equal to 2. Don't skip this. You could skip steps if you're comfortable, but I would not skip steps because the idea is to critically think what we're doing. You don't just blindly do it. You got to look and say, oh, I cannot take away 2 here. I cannot multiply 2 here. I got to get the second number. The second number is 3. So what is it? 6 times what is equal to 23? 6 times 2. Right. No, 6 times 3 is equal to 18, right? Thank you. Thank you, everybody. So we add the 3 here. We take away 1. And now you need to know your multiplication fact. Hello, middle cat. You need to know, you need to know your fact families, right? I need to take away 8. How do you take away 8 here? You need to take away 8 from the 3. Minus the 10 plus the 2. This is why you need to know your fact family. That's why I don't talk about it so much. So minus the 10 plus the 2. Plus the 2. So what do? Plus the 2. Plus the 2 is plus the 5 minus the 3. Plus the 5 minus the 3. So my quotient, my remainder is 5. Sorry. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. My remainder is 5. So it's 23 remainder 5 over 6. That's what it would be. Yeah. You don't look at this as the place value. You just look at it as a placeholder. That's what this is. Does that make sense? But in the beginning, it's better if the number divided out into zeros because then you don't have to worry about the remainders. Later, the next book would be with remainders, but the first book will not be with remainders. I understand. I barely understand, but I'm understanding. Yeah, exactly. I forgot about remainders. Yeah, the remainders. This is in new math, they said, and it makes sense to do 5 over 6. But the way we do it here, see, the thing is you got to really know, Ebony, you really need to know your multiplication facts. You know your multiplication facts, then it doesn't matter because the abacus will track your numbers. Cool? Of course, Ebony, of course. Makes sense. Okay, good. So we'll take it slow. We'll do a few more. We'll do a few more. Not a problem. Not a problem. I'm happy that you know what? Really, my the biggest thing is I'm really happy that people can keep up. You know what I mean? As long as you can keep up and it makes sense, you can. The what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to teach you the concept, right? And then as long as you understand this concept, then it doesn't matter how big the number is. Ah, thank you, Middle Cat, for the heart puff. Thank you. You're early. Will you be on later tonight? Yes, I will. I was gonna go on. So I was gonna go on today at 6, which is now 7, and then I was gonna take a break. I'm gonna read with the kid, and then I come back on at 9. Why don't Western schools teach this? I think it's splinted off. When they started to do the Arabic numbers, because Chinese and the Asian countries, they don't do Arabic numbers. They do now, but they didn't back in the day, and so they had their own numbering system, and they didn't take over. So I think I think when they split is when they did when they finally figured out the Arabic numbers, and then everybody's like, "This is great! We need to do Arabic numbers instead." Yeah. Can you add this Soroban to a list or something we can order with your books? In TikTok, it is part of my books. In Amazon, it is not. I'm sorry. What are Arabic numbers? Arabic numbers is exactly what these are. Arabic numbers is this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are Arabic numbers. Yeah. These are all Arabic numbers. 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 0. Yep. Yeah, those are Arabic numbers. And so the difference is these are symbols, and it's harder to see. No, those are good questions. Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. Cuz the thing is interesting enough, these are symbols, right? These are symbols. And if you think about it, it's not one, it makes sense, but two, it doesn't make sense what two is, because it's a symbol, just like the alphabets. The alphabet's a symbol. So when we're looking, right, on the abacus, that would be what 2 is, right? And then 3, and then 4. So these are all symbols. That's why. Yeah. So can you add this? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So did they use Roman numerals before? I think they did do Roman numerals before, because it was like Arabic. The abacus was the time of Mesopotamia. Roman numerals are like the abacus. Yes. Hello, Miko. Hello, Nico. How are you doing? Hello. Do you have some bubble gum?
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
I'm very well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for asking. I'm very well. I'm very happy. I think I'm getting better with the scheduling. I'm trying to get the kids to eat earlier. Do they still teach Roman numerals? They do. They do. Learning, and learning. Abacus in my sleep. Yeah, I've actually created a grade 1 book. I'm actually quite happy with it. I made a grade 1 book for Abacus in the book 1. And then after that, I got to do the 2-step, and then after the 2-step, I'll be doing my multiplication and division. Yeah. Do they still? Yeah, I think they still teach Roman numerals. You know, funny. They stopped. They're not teaching. They're not making the kids memorize the 12 times table. So back in the day, we had to memorize the 11 times table and the 12 times table. My friend was saying that now they only want them to know up to 10. But I'm like, after 10, after 9 is redundant. Because in Abacus world, we do distributive property. Distributive property. Property. Yeah. Does the book come with the color thing? With the color thing? Oh, yes, if you buy my book from my website, or sorry, if you buy my book from the TikTok shop, it does include, there's a bundle. There, you can either buy it with the abacus, the colorful abacus, or you can buy it with the 13 column abacus. A 13 column abacus is bigger because size matters. This is only 7 columns, this is 13. What is distributive property? Distributive property is a math rule. Hold on, I got it. Hold on. I wrote it. Here it is. Distributive property is a math rule. Breaks the numbers into smaller parts. And it multiplies the parts separately. That's what that means. Someone told me I'm learning I told some, oh wait, and they're like, I go, you know what it is? That's funny. Ebony. The Soroban. Yes, what we're doing is a Soroban. There is a Japanese abacus. This is a Japanese abacus, and then there is a Chinese abacus. And then there's a Russian abacus, and a blind abacus, and a Dutch abacus. I forgot. Can it help with algebra and calculus? No, sorry, Nico. Unless you can do arithmetic with algebra. So like if you're looking for the interest rate and the interest principal and stuff, you could do all of that. As long as it's a basic arithmetic. So adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. You know what I mean? So one of my friend, she did a, where is it? She did a, I don't know if I can find it anymore. She did a question that talked about find the percentage, and I don't think I have it anymore. And I was able to do it on the abacus. But I think by then you're doing a lot of things on the calculator. So it's up to you. This was meant for more like building out number sense and number flexibility and being a solid foundation of your numbers. So these are all my notes. Yeah. So, okay. I had no idea they're different. Oh yeah. Let's take a little field trip. Are we ready for a field trip? Let's do a field trip. I like these field trips. It's fun. So, Abacus is actually everywhere. Oh, nope, wrong one. There it is. So, there's a movie. I don't know if anybody's seen this. There's a movie. And inside here, there is a character. His name is Abacus Crunch. I don't know if everybody's seen that movie. And then we have Penguins of Madagascar. Who uses the word upchuck anymore? Or barf? Kowalski actually barfs or upchucks an abacus. It is a Chinese abacus. This is Soul. They count souls on the abacus. Fairy Mary. Anybody seen Fairy Mary? I don't know if Tinkerbell was like way before my time or after my time. So Tinkerbell, inside Tinkerbell, Fairy Mary uses an abacus. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4. It's wrong. So we have this one, Mulan. Mulan actually used it too. Inside here, you guys can actually read this. So in the Fa family ancestors, they actually use the abacus. Tell me what number this is. Yes, I remember. Oh, you do? Tell me what number this. Now you know how to read the abacus. Thank you. It is 8, 7, 6, 6, 1. Oh, unknown. You just came in, didn't you? We had a whole lesson. We'll get to it in a little bit. Let me continue on. I don't know if anybody knows Powerpuff Girls. Inside Powerpuff Girls, Season 4, Episode 4. The title is Him Diddle Riddle. Him Diddle Riddle, Buttercup actually uses an abacus. I don't know what kind of abacus it is, but it is what it's there. There is a book. Her name is Hannah. She is blind, and her parents wanted her to keep learning her studies. And so what they did is they made an abacus out of acorns. And then I don't know if anybody plays a phone app game called Empires and Puzzles. Inside here, the character Gormek uses a pulverizing abacus, which is kind of funny. Hello, Jess. Yes, makes sense. It's funny. What I mean, like if you look at the level is 8/8. I'm like, wow, This pulverizing abacus is like huge damage. It deals with 180% damage to all enemies. What's the difference between the horizontal abacus and the vertical? Hello, Robert. This is awesome. Is there an app you would recommend? I don't recommend an app. Why? Because terminologies are different. You could use one. Any one actually is perfectly fine, LD. Any one is actually fine. Jess, the difference between a horizontal one and the vertical one. So this is vertical. The difference is not the one is the orientation, but two is the amount of beads. The amount of beads, the horizontal one, there's 10 beads across. But on the vertical one, there's only limited. There's only 5. There's 1 bead on top and 4 beads on the bottom. That's the difference. And then I'm not sure how you read the place values because I'd have to turn my head. Yeah. This is old school, pre-app for practice. No, I understand. For practice. Any one would be perfectly fine. Anyone will be perfectly fine. Pulverizing abacus for trolls. Michael. I don't know if anybody does Dragon Quest 3, but in Dragon Quest 3, there's an abracadabracus. And then Match Factory, inside Match Factory, I really like this game. There is the abacus. And there's the horizontal ones. Yeah, I think it makes sense more than, but I haven't even learned the other way. Yeah, you could, but it's not necessary to know one to the other. You know what I mean? So it's like reading a book. You don't need to read one book to know the other book. It's the same. It's just a different way of doing math. That's all. So there's that one, and then that's it. So then you might be wondering, well, how many different types of abacus? There is the Target abacus. There's an IKEA abacus. Those are the horizontal ones. And I think it's horizontal so they can have it vertical, so you can stand it upright. But in mainstream, in this abacus, you cannot leave it. You cannot have it straight up, because of gravity. This is a Kramer abacus. This is a Kramer abacus for blind people because the beads are tougher. They're more difficult to move because they're blind and they don't want the beads to just move whatever. They don't want the beads to move freely. This is a Russian abacus, and then this one is a Dutch abacus, and then this is a quarter abacus, which is exactly the same as the others. Yep, there we go. Yeah. Do these essentially make math easier? Yes, because you're understanding the concrete. Abracadabra means excreted as spoken. Yes. This is great. Oh, thank you. Oh, guess what? On your phone, anybody has an iPhone, and if you decide to text message and you put math in the text message, you will get an abacus. Can you read what it is? Here's a bigger version of it. It's a little fuzzy. What version? What number is this? Thank you, Wheels. What number is this? You can read it now. So why aren't these in school? 1976. You're right. You're right, Jess. It is. Why aren't these in school? And I've never seen one. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Ebony. Not 5, 6. Thank you. I don't know why. Because people don't know it. Are we assuming no decimals? Yes, correct. There's no decimals because there's no indicator for decimals. And the icon is really small. It'd be difficult to do that. So yes. And I think the other thing is the Chinese one don't do decimals because I don't think they had tenths and then they don't have tenths and hundreds for like cents. So because school sucks. Make it hard for everyone. How is it 19? Okay, so here we go. This is 1. Here, let me go back. Okay, now we're ready let's do a little review. So, let me see, 1976. Okay, so how is it 1976? Every column is a place value. Oh, I need you to be over here. There we go. Every column is a place value. We have our ones. You'll see that there's a dot. This is my indicator. This is the ones. This is the tens. This is the thousands. I'm sorry, hundreds, and then thousands. So we have the 1. You understand 1 is. 1 is over here. This is what 1 is. This is 9. Anytime the top beat is touching the horizontal bar, this is counted. This is 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. 5 plus 2 is 7. 5 plus 1 is 6. If I remove the 5, then it'd be 1, 4, 2, 1. But because I added the 5, now this is 9. Because I added the 5, this is now 7. Because I added, this is 1, I add the 5, now we have 6. Yeah. Yeah, so this is what we were talking about in the beginning. And so I had a whole thing like we were, is always, yes, exactly. I had a whole, where are we? Why do I feel so, here we go. Okay, oh, there it is. Yes, the top beat is always a value of 5. So if we did this, and we did a whole row of 5s like this, it would be, nope, there it is.
55 burgers, 55 fries, 55 tacos, 55 pies, 55 cokes, 55 wings, 55 shakes, 55 pancakes, 55 pasta, 55 peppers, and 155 taters.
So we have 55,000. How do I know? I gotta get my place started. Okay, there we go. So we have 55,555.55. Thank you for the lightning. Thank you, Middle Cat, for the lightning. I appreciate that. All right, so we're going to be a few more minutes, and I'm going to sign off for a little bit. Yes, I feel like an expert now. Haha, now I can tell you. I know, right? It's so easy. Who would have thunk it'd be so easy? Yeah, right? Easy. Simple to use. Easy to understand. Thank you so much, Jess. I got my cheat sheet now. You know, funny, if you had an abacus and I had an abacus and I would try to, you wouldn't be able to cheat off of me because you don't know where my place values are. Because you could use this one to be your ones, or you could use this one to be your ones. Funny, right? Thank you so much for all of the gifts. Thank you, Jess, so much for the, you're awesome. I think so. Thank you. So it's funny. So you can actually use this one to be your ones place, and you'd be like that. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Or you could be talking about the 10,000, right? 10,000, right? You could say 9,000, 8,000, 7,000, 6,000, 5,000. Why? Because then this would be my ones place. Yeah. Yeah, no cheating. It's hard to cheat off the abacus. I'm just saying. All right. So, how are we doing? We're all right? 55 people. 55 people in the room. Okay. So, yes, I try to be, because math is fun. Math is supposed to be fun. And it's crazy on how simple it can be when you use the abacus. I'm not saying that abacus is the end all. I'm just saying to help me, help you use the abacus. Right, Michael? You're like Bill Nye of math. Oh, you think? Yeah, think? I don't know. I guess so. No, actually, I'm like the brain.
Gee, Ray, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
How do we get those kids doing the long math with their fingers? Wait, how do we get to those? Oh, practice, Ebony. It's all about practice, right? Practice and practice and practice. Once you practice, the formulas will become automatic. When the formulas become automatic, then you're going to be a little bit faster. And that's the thing. That was the interesting thing about it, right? So the formulas that you need to know is the how to make a 10 and how to make a 5. You know how to do this, you'll know how to do it at scale. But the questions do get a little hairy. Let me see if I can find my questions. Oh, it was this one over here. So I'm building books. I'm on books and books and books. So I've made all my books. My books are available in my TikTok shop. So this was the next one. This is another one that I'm going to be doing. It is the kind of like adding ascending and adding descending. So descending, and what we're doing is, here we go. Nope. Here we go. So the idea is we want to add the 1 on the abacus. And we just add. We just keep adding. So 1, and then we add the 2. Add the 2. And then we add the 3. There's no more room to add the 3. We know how to add the 3. We do what? Plus the 5 minus the 2. Plus the 5 minus the 2. And then we do plus the 4, right? So I give you the running add-ins. So we want to add the 4. What do we do? Plus the 5. I'm sorry, plus the 10 minus the 6. Plus the 10 minus the 6. Yo. Divide the decimals. Dividing the decimals is the same. All you got to do is divide it out. So you got to times it by 10 and move the decimals out. And then you make it smaller. It's fine. It's fine. So we want to add the 5. Does that make sense? So this is what I call the adding sequentially. So it gets really hairy with this number over here. 4656. This was one of the questions I found, and I was like, oh my God, this is great. This is going to get really hairy really quick. So, LD, you there? Michael, you there? Let's see if you guys can do this one. Let's see how many formulas we can do. So this will be my last question, and I'm going to break I'm going to break so I can go get my kid to read. So we have our number. My brain is well fed. Oh, good. Oh, good. I know 47. Good. So we have 4,656. This will be easy. Take it slow. We want to take the 9. How do we add the 9? Adding the 9 is what? We know 9 is equal to plus the 10 minus the 1. So we want to add 9 here. We want to plus the 10 minus the 1. Cannot minus the 1. What do you do here? Minus the 1 is equal to minus the 5 plus the 4. Minus the 5 plus the 4. Okay? Now we're done. Now we got to add the 7. I'm going to change color. We want to add our 7. Plus 7. Cannot plus 7. Plus 7 is equal to plus the 10 minus the 3. Plus the 10 minus the 3. So let's plus the 10. Cannot. So I have to plus the 1 is equal to what? Plus the 5 minus the 4. Plus the 5 minus the 4. And then we want to minus the 3. Minus the 3. Cannot. What do we do? Minus the 5 plus the 2. Minus the 5 plus the 2. So my final answer is, I need to write it down. Yep, write it down. And you take a little bit, take a time, right? Take a little bit of time to do it. So we have our final answer, 4, 7, 5, 3. Yeah, that's the answer. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did five formulas all in one. Yeah. But see, the thing is you only need to know 2 things. How to make a 10. I guess it's 4, right? How to make a 10, how to subtract the 10. How to plus the 5, how to minus the 5. You know these 2, it doesn't matter. You can do this at scale. It doesn't matter how big or how small the numbers are. You could do this at scale. All right. I am going to head out. Thank you everybody for joining. I am so intrigued. Oh, good. It's like a little puzzle, right? Like it's so cool. Like it's like a little puzzle, and you just kind of figure it out, and you just keep doing it. Thank you. You're welcome. They're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, it's like I really enjoy, and that's why I try to say like learning the abacus is like a puzzle. See you in a bit. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Thank you so much. Thank you everybody. I have a question. What time is it? What time is it for everybody right now? I'll see you in a minute or two, or 55. What time is it for everybody right now? It's 10? Okay, it's 10. So, I guess my question is it's 7. Okay. 7:30. Okay, so you guys are on my time. Okay, here's a question for the East Coast. Should I come on earlier? Like, because right now so we started at 9 for your time. So what if I started at 7 or 6? You usually pop up if I'm awake. You always pop up if I'm awake. Yeah, I've been trying to get in earlier, like 6 in the morning for me. So the question is does the afternoon sound better, like around 6 or 7 East Coast time? Because that would be 3, 4 my time. I'm Eastern, but my bedtime is 4 a.m. East. Oh, so whenever you're on is fine with me. Oh my God, I need a pin. Okay, great. Unknown, just so you know, you can go through my posts and I do a lot of Abacus. My whole channel is about the Abacus. But there's only 4 things we do. We add, subtract, multiply, and divide. That's it. You're the teacher, you decide. Oh, interesting. Okay, thank you, Ebony. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I was just trying to figure out. Yeah, thank you. All right. So thank you everybody for joining. I am going to take a little break and I will come on a little bit in an hour and a half. So I'm not sure if anybody will be here, but I'll be on back in an hour and a half and we're going to start over again. Thank you everybody. Thank you.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye. Remember, please discard all candy wrappers and popcorn containers in the nearest trash receptacle. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. Are they all gone? Is everybody gone? Huh? Good. Oh my gosh, my cheeks are killing me. I can't keep smiling like this anymore. I am exhausted. I think I need a break. A little break? Okay.
Oh, okay. That's right. Jeopardy is on, and then 5 to 6 is the rush hour. Okay, that makes sense. And then dinner. Okay, so it's okay if I come on a little bit later. Okay, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
All right, so I'll see you guys in about an hour and a half or so. See you later.